world? My name is Nicholas Montez, and you're watching my YouTube channel, Nicholas Montez. Welcome back to another YouTube channel video, everybody. I'm so excited to have y'all back here together again. And in today's video, we're going to be doing a review of mid-2022, basically going through the last 6 months of 2022, from January to June, explaining my story behind the camera of YouTube. And let's go ahead and get started with that, and we're going to do it through starting with June. And then once we're done talking about June and stuff, I'm going to talk about my end of the, my overall thoughts on 2022, my, if I really have any resolutions, what are my resolutions for the rest of 2022, and then I'm going to talk about some movies that are my top 5 favorite movies for 2022. And with that said, let's go ahead and get started talking about what's been going on in January. Alright, so January, so entering this new year, I was actually really excited because first off, January is the month where I am, it's my birthday month, but also I'm excited because I was planning to have a birthday party, and if you're wondering, yes, that birthday party did happen. And so, also so basically when I got to school that day after winter break, I was giving out candy canes, and the reason for that is because I didn't give out candy canes before I left school because I couldn't come the day before before winter break, so I had to give out candy canes after I came back from winter break, and it might be late, but it's still good to give them out, and mostly everyone accepted them, so it was nice. However, as much as I loved doing the candy canes, if you remember those people that I was talking about in the last live stream, for some reason, they didn't really seem that excited to me. Like, I don't know why. Like, I remember when we came back from Thanksgiving break, they were like, "Hi, how are you? Like, how was your Thanksgiving break?" They weren't really like that this time. And it's not even like that. It's not even like that they were, I haven't seen you since last year. No, it wasn't like that. It was more like they just didn't really talk to me. And so then I tried, talking to them about the party and stuff, and it's like, they said that they couldn't go. And I was kind of a little bit disappointed. So then, and pretty much, and when they said they couldn't go, I was devastated, because I was like, wow. And so then, but then, the PE group that I was talking about in the last live, which I know this isn't a live, this is a video I have to do, because the live was not working today, because the mic wasn't working. The PE group actually made me feel better and encouraged me to still have that party, as they made me laugh, but they also made it okay that some people might not be able to come. And I kind of felt okay with that, but at the same time, it's like I want people to come. So, yeah. And then, pretty much, then Thursday was actually a pretty good day. It was a short day, and I was, apologizing to one of them, basically saying I'm sorry that I was being so dramatic about all of that. I just really cared about you guys. And I'm not going to say what happened. All I'm going to say is that there was something that happened between two of them that it kind of caused me to I couldn't really be friends with them. Not saying that we stopped it. I'm not saying that it's just we were kind of forced to stop being friends because something happened. It was not planned. It was just something that happened. I can't really talk too much about it, but that's all I'll say. But then Friday was actually a pretty good day, as I'm relaxing. It was just a relaxing Friday. I got to hang out with my friends, and it was just a satisfying day for that. And plus, it was my sister's birthday, which we didn't do much because there wasn't really a lot to do, because my birthday is actually a lot bigger this year than hers, as we basically just went out to dinner and opened presents. That's it. And then we pretty much just went to bed. Honestly. And so then that weekend was pretty nice, and then I guess there was a couple of drama that happened. I'll say this for all of it. There has been some drama that I have dealt with this past year that I'm not going to go into, but I kind of started drama by trying to become friends with someone. Granted, I made a friend that week, but I started drama accidentally by trying to become friends with someone, and it just did not work out. It was not what I planned to do. So that's all I'm gonna say. And even some other drama happened that I don't want to discuss. But let's talk about some of the other stuff. So let's talk about my birthday. So, let's talk about the week of my birthday. So, basically, I posted something on my Instagram where basically, I posted something like, tomorrow's my birthday, and there was this one person that texted me, and the thing is, I was honestly kind of, and they texted me saying like, I hope you have a great birthday tomorrow. I wish you the best tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow's your boss day. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. And I'm just sitting here going like, that is the kindest thing that anyone has ever said to me. And I'm literally like, wow. Just wow. Just wowzers. So, I thought that was really nice. And so then let's talk about the day of my birthday. And this day was perfect because I woke up at like 4 in the morning. And because I was just really excited. When it comes to events like this, when it involves presents, I don't usually get excited for that stuff. I'm usually excited for the presents. But this year, I was excited because, and I'm not excited for my birthday presents. Usually I am. But this time, that's not the thing I was excited for. The thing I was excited, even if, whatever gifts I get, I'm going to be grateful for, no matter what. However, the thing I was excited for with this birthday was to actually have people celebrate it. To actually have people celebrate me. That's the thing, because I was having the birthday party, and I was posting about it on Instagram and social media and stuff. And so, because I woke up early, I saw, I got, 2 birthday messages. One from my friend Taylor, who went to my birthday party. And by the way, Taylor, since you're watching this, I know it's not... I know it's kind of wrong for me to do, but hey, you're my really good friend. I want to shout out Taylor for a minute because on July 3rd, it's her birthday. Just want to shout that out. And then I also got a message from my other friend, which I'm not really on terms right now, so I kind of debated on whether I should include it, but who cares? But the thing is, her sister, sent me a voice message singing happy birthday to me, so that was nice. And then, so, because I woke up early, I basically was like, I'm up early, I have movies to watch, so why not go ahead and watch the new Ice Age movie that came out on Disney+. So I watched it, it was fun. You can go watch my review and ranking for the Ice Age films. And then when it got to the point where everybody started to wake up, and that is when it got real, where people I don't even talk to said happy birthday to me. Of course, the close friends said happy birthday to me. And I'm like, wow, that is crazy. That is just crazy. And so then I get to school, literally my first period. Literally all my little good friends are coming up to me, dabbing me up. And there was even these 2 girls that were fighting over to say happy birthday to me. Or even these other people it was so cool. All of them are coming up to see me. It's they're true friends. They're just true friends. And so, and then first period, my theater teacher wasn't here, so, I didn't have to do anything, and the only work we had to do was study a script for a play. And I was like, come on, it's my birthday, the teacher's not here, it's Friday, no one wants to study these damn scripts. So basically what I wanted to do was to play Uno with those kids, and everybody said happy birthday to me because I told the substitute about it. And then once I played Uno, I was like, yes, I finally get to do this, because I never got to do this before. And it just felt good playing with these kids. It just felt good. And then, even though I didn't win, and I'm usually good at Uno, I had fun. Then we get into second period. I had some people say happy birthday to me, but it was still fun. Third period, mostly I had to do work, but not many people said happy birthday to me, honestly. Fourth period was actually fun because I didn't have to do anything, any work-related stuff, so that was great. And I also got to answer some birthday messages from people, and I also got extra candy because it's my birthday, and I was doing great in class, so, yeah. And then fifth period, people said happy birthday to me, but it's I was playing Blicket with this one person in my class that, I wanted to hang out with, and, I want to become friends with, and it's I thought it was a cool payoff because I had fun playing Blicket with her, and then literally the day, when I was eating dinner, she literally texted me happy birthday. And I'm like, that's a great payoff to a great day. And then even in February, she helped me with a bully. And then we kind of became friends like that. Just like that. So I really wish that I could have seen her longer. Though I know she has a boyfriend, but whatever. And then we get to 6th period. And this was a great period because this period was everything. As I basically just got to hang out with my friends, have fun, and it was just like a great period. And I think the best thing to top that off was when we saw Spider-Man. When you just saw Spider-Man, like, I was on my way to the locker room, and Spider-Man just starts walking out, and I'm like, what? What the heck is this? And so, yeah, that was just random. And so, then we came home. I went to go eat dinner. I went to Chinese buffet, because that's my favorite place. Then, I just finished watching the Kevin James sports movie, and then I went to bed. Because I had to wake up early for my birthday party the next day. So I woke up at like 8 a.m. because I had a haircut appointment at 9:45. So I woke up, went to go to get a haircut, came back. The house was decorated with balloons, and even the garage was decorated and lights and everything. Then I took a shower, got into my party suit, and I just waited for people to come. The first person to come was my best friend Nathan, which usually he made a little joke as to he's the first person to leave, to the first person to come to a party, but also the last person to leave a party. And I thought it was a funny joke. And he even said that 2 people is kind of boring, and we were like the first 2 people there, so it was kind of boring. And I kind of agreed with him. And then Mia and Aaliyah came, and what makes it special about them coming is that they're the oldest friends I have from elementary school. As like, if you really think about it, the people that came were Nathan, Mia, and Aaliyah, and Taylor. Nathan and Taylor I met in middle school, but it makes me. And not saying that Nathan and Taylor aren't special. They are special. They're very special friends of mine. Because Nathan is like my bro, and Taylor, she's just very nice, and we've been friends since like 6th grade. Though we never talked during 7th grade because we didn't have any classes. But with Mia and Leah, it's like I've known them for so long, and it's like I knew them because of my other friend Veronica, and I'm like, wow, I can't believe how far we've gone. And as soon as they came to the party, I was like, I knew they were gonna love my dog. I knew someone was gonna love my dog, and it's like they loved the dog, and it was just amazing. So we played games, and also with Taylor, I kind of wanted to do more with her. Like, I wanted to give her a tour of the house. Because I did with Mia, Aaliyah, and Nathan. And, like, I didn't really get to do much. Though the presents she gave me were really good. I really loved the presents she gave me. I loved all the presents that everybody gave me. Crap. I love all the presents that everyone gave me. I'm really thankful for that. And then, when we got to the actual movie watching, it wasn't really as good because, you know, there were just so many distractions. Raina messing around my dog, Taylor's stepbrother shaking his nerds all the time, the popcorn machine going off, everybody turning up the TV because we're watching A Quiet Place, so it's very quiet. And so I'm like, bro, just leave the TV remote alone. Like, just let's watch the movie. And Nathan, whenever we're talking about A Quiet Place, he'll just say it's not that good of a movie. And I'm like, you're just dead wrong, bro. You're just dead wrong. And so then after, you know, Taylor was the first one to leave, but at least she had fun, and I'm glad that she came to the party. But then we went to the garage, and we took pictures, and these pictures are memorable. And that's what I was thinking, that's what I was talking about. Like, I wanted Taylor to stay for the pictures. I wanted her to stay so we could have taken pictures. But, hey, things like, I guess, you know, there's always next time. And the pictures are gonna be awesome. I'm gonna show them when I do that post on YouTube for a while. So just to make sure of that. And so yeah, it was just great. And then pretty much the last thing to do that we did is Nathan showed up. So Mia and Leo were the next ones to leave, and then Nathan was the last one to leave, of course, as it was to the joke. And the last thing he really did to end the party was he was like, hey, you want to see inside of a Tesla? And he showed us the inside of his Tesla, and I'm like, wow. He gave us like a little light show, and I'm like, this is so cool. And then a couple of minutes after that, Mia posted something on her Instagram for the party, and I'm like, I didn't really expect anyone to post something for that, because, like, no one really did. Like, no one really like, honestly, I wasn't really expecting anyone to do that. I don't know why. I wasn't expecting it. I was not expecting it. But, that's not saying, like, I'm ungrateful or anything. That's not. It's not. I don't know. I wasn't. I, I guess you could say that, like, I'm not used to people posting about me unless it's on, like, a story or something. So that's kind of what I mean. Like, I was not prepared for her to post something, but damn was that post good. And even Leah posted something, though she posted it like something like a day later. And so to end the night off, we basically watched Good Boys, and then I went to bed. And so then to finish off January, we basically just went. The next day we took my dog to the dog park, and that's pretty much everything of January. Now let's talk about February, which is kind of a shorter month, to be honest. And for me, February was kind of a weird month, because the only really good things that came out of this month was really these two people, the girl that I mentioned back in January that I played Look It with, and then she said happy birthday to me. The situation where she kind of helped me with the bully. That's that situation that happened this month. And then I actually got a lot closer with Aaliyah, as we kind of talk a lot more, and we became proper friends. Because that's kind of what she said. That's kind of what she said when we were talking. But everything else, like, there was just, like, I feel like certain people just kind of stopped talking to me for some reason. I kind of felt like I was very alone. And then my Instagram got hacked. I'm like, bro, this month just got bad. And I couldn't text for a week because I made a new Instagram account the next day. And then I got sick at the end of the month. And I'm like, can this week... And also, I stayed home most of these days for school. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I miss a lot of school days. Like, this is insane. So then, let's just talk about March, because March is actually a lot better month. And it may not seem like I had a horrible month, but let's just get on to March. And March was a bit of a better month. Obviously, it started out bad because I was still sick. I went to school, like, March 1st, but every other day, I stayed home. But other day of that week, I stayed home because I just could not... I was just not great. I was not... And I also had a bad cough. Like, I had a bad cough. It was really bad. Because I even tried going to school the week before, and I just couldn't. It was not... No. It was... I tried going to school March 1st, and it was just not good. I could not hold it in. So I stayed home the entire week. And what was also frustrating is I wanted to go watch The Batman when it came out in theaters, but I couldn't because it was not safe. But then the next week after that actually was better because I guess what made it better is I actually watched some pretty good movies, which were The Atom Project and Turning Red. So I guess that's a little bit better. And then I think that the other thing to really talk about for March is once it got to the week of the week before the week before spring break, I thought this week was actually really good. As well, it started out weird because I was so stressed out about the TIP project. Because if I'm being honest, the TIP project was just so confusing. Like, it literally was so confusing because it's like, they're talking about you have to do a magazine and a website, and like, what are you trying to do? But then I didn't realize that the magazine or website is the options of making the project come to life. So that was a little bit dumb of me. But then once I realized it, I was like, you know what, I'm okay with it now, so let's do that. And so pretty much the last day before spring break, I just had a fun time. It was just fun, hanging out with my friends and stuff. It was just fun. And then how was my spring break? It was fun. It's not like it was amazing, but it was fun. I guess like my spring break week was kind of stressful because I had to make videos, and then I also had to work on the TIP project, which I literally worked on the TIP project for like a full day, and it was kind of stressful. And also then we went to Disney World, and I also went for my dad's birthday. And let me just be honest with you, the food service for this past Disney trip that I've been to, it was not good. It was not really good at all. It's just like the first night we went to Boma, and this is like a restaurant that's like we went there because we tried breakfast there, and we thought since the breakfast was gonna be amazing, we think maybe the dinner will be even better, since dinner has a lot better food, and the food, it was good, but it wasn't great. And then we tried going to this other Chinese buffet, like where we are, and we came there late at night, and everything that was there is what they're serving left. And I'm like, that's not right, honestly. So then we went to this other burger place, and I mean, it was fine. The burger was fine. And I'm like, the food service here just sucks in this area. And it was so hard to get, like, food late at night. It was just so hard. I guess I got better towards the end because I got pizza. And we also ate at Crystal Palace for dinner, and I thought that was good. So I guess food got better towards the end of the trip. And even then, the night before we went to Disney, we literally had KFC for dinner, and it was not good. Like, it literally was not good at all. It just tastes like it just tastes so weird. Like, the only good thing from KFC that I ate that night was really the biscuits. Everything else was just nasty. And then also, I guess to close out March, the thing I did was because Moon Knight was coming out while I was in Disney, before the day I had to leave, I had to stay up late in the bathroom to watch Moon Knight, because I don't want to watch it in the living room, because it's going to be dark and then they'll hear it, and I don't want to deal with that. So I basically just went in the bathroom and, like, basically just went in there so I could watch Moon Knight. Like, I guess you could say I waited until I had to go to the bathroom, and then I just stayed there. But yeah, so yeah, I did it something secretly to try and watch a show. So that was fun experience, though. I was very nervous if I was gonna get caught, because I did not want to get caught. And then we watched, and then basically we went home the next day. And then March 31st, I actually don't really remember anything that happened. And so then let's just talk about the stuff that happened in April. Okay, so now we talk about April, and this was another fine month, I guess. Definitely was, I guess you could say there's parts of it that were better than March. March was definitely a better month, but for me, March and April are like right here. Like, they're right here in the middle. Nothing really was amazing about them. And I guess you could say that it was fun enough. There's not much to talk about with April, to be honest. I guess you could say, like, I was so stressed out coming back to school because it's like I missed like 3 days and I had some homework to do. So I spent that week doing it, and then that Monday I had to go to JA BizTown with my school, and that was pretty fun. It wasn't like the same time I went in 5th grade, but it was fun. I had fun there. Though at the same time, I was very exhausted when I came back. I was very exhausted. Though the good thing is I came back and we had to recess, basically. And so then, I guess the thing after that, I guess the next thing, I guess there was a situation that happened where one of my friends had a birthday party, and to be honest with you, I can't really feel betrayed, because I knew I wouldn't be able to go anyway, because I wouldn't be able to go to this my friend's birthday party because I was busy that day. But at the same time, I was even talking to her about it, and she even said that she probably could have invited me, but like her parents had a limit or something. So yeah. And then also there was this other drama thing that I'm not gonna talk about. It kind of led into something with my past, and this guy it's just a lot. But it kind of just led me to, just thinking about it right now, I don't understand all these relationships and friendships breakups that happen in school. Like, I really don't. Like, you're with the guy for like a month or a week, and then you just break up all of a sudden. But then all of a sudden you're like friends with him again. Like, if one of you is treating you bad, you shouldn't be friends at all. You shouldn't be around each other if you guys bring bad energy. I understand you guys like each other, but you don't really know. But I'm not even sure if you guys even know what you're feeling. But that's just my thoughts on it. And then I guess throughout the month I saw a lot of good movies. And also I kept getting sick on and off for some reason. Like, it was just very weird. So yeah, April was actually a pretty good month. So it ended off pretty well. And then let's talk about May. And to be honest with you, May is probably going to be the quickest month I'm going to talk about. So, basically, the first week, right? I had pretty much a thing for every day of the week besides Monday and Tuesday. So, from Wednesday to Sunday, I had something to do for every single day of that week. So, like Wednesday, I watched the Moon Knight finale, which that was my favorite episode of the entire series. Thursday, I celebrated my dog's birthday, which that was a fun day because we gave her a birthday suit, a birthday hat, and we even bought her a little birthday cupcake, and we even gave her presents, so that was fun. And then Friday I went to go see Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which I'm actually watching on my screen right now. Then Saturday I went to go look for my suit for the 8th grade dance. And then Sunday, I celebrated Mother's Day. And basically what we did for Mother's Day, we basically just went to the pool, tried grilled pizza, though we couldn't do it because it just did not turn out well. So we tried at another time, and it tasted really good. And then, what else happened? Oh, and we got presents for her. I gave my mom a card, and my dad and sister got my mom a bike. Because she's been wanting to go bike riding and stuff. And the thing is, I guess they got it for free or something. I don't know the whole history behind that situation, but yeah. So then we'll talk about the next week, which basically there's not really much to talk about besides the 8th grade dance. And this week was really good. I mean, this dance was actually really good. I had fun. I took pictures. I posted. And most of these pictures, I'm actually glad I took. Because most of these pictures, it was with people I know, but also I didn't know. But it was also people I made friends with this past school year. And I'm glad that something like that existed. And, granted, there are things I wish I could have done more of. I tried dancing just a little bit, but overall, I just hanged out with my friends and basically just did that. And also, it was kind of funny because there were like multiple girls giving lap dances to boys, and like it was very funny. Though it's a good thing I did not get one because then I would not be a fun person around because I would not be doing what those boys did to those girls when they were giving lap dances. So, just gonna say that. And so yeah, but the dance was fun. I had fun with it, and I actually posted about something. Unlike the field trip, which I did not post about anything. I mean, granted, I took pictures. I had pictures with a couple friends. But I did not post about it because I was frustrated. Because I could not really enjoy my day in the park. Because I had a plan where I was going to meet up with my friends. And then meet up and invite some of my other friends. And it just did not work out because they kept leaving me out there. And I kept trying to call them. And it was not working out. And I had to hang out with the adults. Now granted, to be clear, there's nothing wrong with hanging out with the adults. It's just I want to hang out with someone in my league. And it's the last year in middle school, so I want to do something with my friends. And granted, I did do at least one thing, which was Spider-Man ride. Which, of course, that's like the best ride in there that I've been on. And it's the only ride I've been on so far. And even though I didn't really do... And so I did find a group of friends to hang out with, which, to be honest with you, they're actually going to be coming back in this video, to be clear. And even though I didn't do much, I observed a lot. And it does look like a cool park that I can go to with my family. And honestly, this is a park that I could definitely use my family's help with. So then, once we started to leave, I basically talked to some of my friends about the park and everything that happened. Even on the bus, I was texting some people. It was a fun day, just a fun day. Though at the same time, it was kind of nice to talk to some of my close friends about the trip and stuff, my experience. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that happened with May. Now we're gonna talk about June. And for me, June was probably my favorite month of all these past 6 months. Because, like, June is my number 1. January is my number 2. May is my number 3. 4, I guess you could say, April. 5 is March. And number 6 is February. February is the worst month of the year. And here's really what happened in June. So, basically, the first 2 days were kind of boring. They were good days, but there wasn't really anything eventful that happened until June 3rd when I got my yearbook. And this was like a fire day. Like, June 3rd was a fire day, because first off, I got my yearbook, and even though I only went to 4 classes that day, I have gotten tons of signatures. Like, it was almost full of signatures that so many people could not sign. And it's like, it was so packed. And another thing is, I also got picked up early from school, so that was nice. And I also got pizza for dinner. And my sister bought the entire Jurassic World trilogy, which is why I was able to watch all the Jurassic World movies. So it was just a W Friday, and I shared it on Instagram, and it's like, someone was like, so cool, and I'm like, thanks, thank you. See, that's the thing. I like to share stuff like that, so that way people can see what I'm doing. So that way they can, be like, so cool. Like, that's what I want. That's what I want people to do. And so then we get to and then also the weekend, I basically watched the Jurassic World movies. I watched Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I finished watching it Monday. And then Sunday we had a late brunch, though I didn't really eat anything. I did eat anything. I did eat something. I ate pancakes. And then we went out shopping, and then we went home and started watching Jurassic World. And then we come to the last week of school, and this week was just everything to me. To start things off, of course, the great thing about this week was we didn't have to bring backpacks, so that was great. And also, I guess it was Spirit Week or something where we had to wear something. So from June 1st to June 9th, we had this thing where we were doing something. And for Monday, I don't remember from the first week from June 1st to June 3rd, but for June 6th to 8th to 9th, so Monday was wear red, white, and blue. Tuesday was wear your clothes backwards. Wednesday was Tourist Day, and June 9th was Career Day, where you would basically wear what you were gonna be when you grow up. I didn't participate in any of that besides black and red, white, and blue day when I wore my Captain America socks. But that's the only thing I did. So obviously I had a major goal, and we also didn't have to bring backpacks that week because that was kind of fun. Because I wanted to play football and PE, I was like, I think it's better to just play football with my own football than play with the other kids, because the other kids are not nice with playing football. So then I basically just had a goal with this week. The only things I brought that week was my phone and my yearbook. And basically, because even though I got tons of signatures on Friday, I have more people I want them to sign. But way more people. And who says that you have to sign on the autograph page? Come on. There's blank pages that you can use to sign. So I used those pages, and I got tons of signatures. Tuesday I didn't really get any. Wednesday and Thursday I got some. But Monday was the day where I got most of them, and I was it was awesome. But then Tuesday I was thinking about something. Because I was thinking okay, tomorrow's the second to last day of school. I gotta think of something snappy. What am I gonna post? Because everybody's gonna make a post about the end of the school year. And I didn't really want to post past pictures from, my experience with all my friends. And I was thinking, there's certain people this year that I've become really close with that I haven't really taken pictures with or anything. So I was thinking, what would be a really good idea to post? And I was thinking, what if I posted something? What if I posted pictures for all the friends I made this year and the ones I made this year worth it? And I thought it was awesome. And there was also this girl that did something that was really nice because, so like obviously, this girl, she signed my yearbook, and like she was about to sign it, but then she paused. I was like, she was about to sign it, but then she paused, and she was like, "What should I write?" And I'm like, "Oh, you're gonna do that." And she basically signed my yearbook, and it was just awesome. And she even wrote me a message, like saying, I'm glad to become friends with you this year." And I'm like, that's amazing. I really appreciated that. And she was kind of like the first person to write me something. And then when I came up with the idea for making the post, she was actually like the first person that I asked. And now just thinking about it, that means that it's something special. And so we took the picture. It literally became my favorite picture of all the pictures. And I literally couldn't stop thinking about me and her friendship, and it was just so sweet. And then I saw her the last day of school. We were talking about, like, are you going to this high school? And I'm like, no, I'm going to this other high school. And like, everybody's going to that high school. And then we just, like, paused for a minute, like, because we're not going to see each other again. And then one final thing she said, and this is something I never heard anyone say before, and that she said that she liked my voice. And usually I don't get compliments like that, because I don't usually get compliments like that. But the fact that she actually said that, I felt like it meant something. Like, I even talked about it when I posted the post. Even then, she was like saying that the caption I wrote for the post was very sweet and cute. And I'm like, that's just awesome. And she was even saying, like, the first time I heard your voice, it was really sweet. So I'm like, that really made my day. And then even on Friday, literally the day after school was over, after I sent her the picture, she included our picture that we took on the little post she did. And I was like, that is amazing. And I kind of cried because of her, and I'm like, thank you. Just for that message, you know who you are. Thank you so much for making that week, for making that week great. I really appreciated that. And so, how was the last week of school? How was the last day of school? It was fun. I basically just got to spend most of my days with all my friends. Some of them went to other classes. And once it got started to everyone to leave, once it got time to everyone to leave, like, I was expecting that everybody was just going to want to leave. But there's people that actually started hugging people and everything. But then I'm like, oh, so it's personal now. So that was just a great, great part of that part. And, so yeah, and I wanted to mention this because like that post that I did for all the pictures I took, I was obsessed with that post. I was obsessed with it, and I wanted to make the caption a little bit more special. So I would suggest you guys go. I'm not saying you have to go back and check that post, but I'm just gonna say what I said what I resaid on that post. I basically said on the post a little bit more extra things, and I said, like Harry Styles once said, you know it's not the same as it was. And that's pretty much the end of it. So to everyone that made this year possible, thank you guys so much for doing that. Even though I already talked about it, thank you guys so much for doing that. And so then pretty much the first day of summer, I was just depressed because I was just sad about all my friends leaving. And there's some people that I'm gonna miss truly. And that girl that made that comment and stuff, like, she's not it's not like, and here's the thing, this girl's not going to my high school. She's going to another high school. I'm like, oh my gosh. Our friendship became good, and you're literally gonna go to another high school. Like, that's crazy. So then the first day of summer, I guess talking about it made me feel a little bit better. Just talking about it and certain people doing it and stuff. All that was great. So how did I start my summer off? I started off sad, but I went to go see Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom the next day. And then Sunday I didn't do anything. However, on June 13th, I went to go to the mall with my friends, which those people that I met up in Universal with, those were the people I was talking about. And we actually had a pretty good time at the mall. It was just fun and funny to be there. And I have a picture of it so I can show you guys when the time comes. And then Friday, I went to go see Lightyear in the theater, which is the first time I'm actually seeing a Pixar movie in theaters for all of us, really, since Toy Story 4. So that was a great experience. And then this past week, I went to go to my best friend Nathan's birthday party, because his birthday was last Friday. And, yeah, so I just had a really great past couple weeks of summer. And also, I guess the last thing to close out June is that I watched the show Baymax, which, I was kind of surprised with it, because I was expecting that it was just gonna be episodes of Baymax doing cute Baymax things, but it's not that's not what it is. It's literally, it is, but it's also, like, characters that represent certain things of real life, and I really like that. And also, if you did not like the stuff of the period representation in Turning Red, you'll love this episode way more. And they even dive into something that has to involve Pride Month. So yeah, that pretty much closes it out. So to give you my overall thoughts on the year as a whole, it's been has its ups and downs. January was great, I guess you could say, besides the drama that happened. February was bad. March was okay. April was pretty good. May was pretty good, though it felt quick because there just wasn't a lot that happened. And then June was absolutely amazing, and it's to this day it's still amazing. Though today's the last day. Did I really complete any of my New Year's resolutions from the last 6 months? Not really. I feel like that I don't really feel like I have. With movies, not really. With friends, I feel like I have. And then one of my resolutions for the rest of 2022, for summer, just to keep spreading kindness throughout social media to all my friends that I can't see no longer. And then I think the other thing is for high school, I just think I'm probably gonna start a Marvel club, maybe a movie club or something, or start a club like that. That's gonna be fun. I can hang out with people and post it and all that stuff. And then also, I guess, just make more friends in high school and become closer with more people. That's what my goal is. And that pretty much closes out that section. Now we're going to talk about some of my favorite movies from the last year. So for retro movies, for best movies, it's number 5 is The Batman. And I watched this movie because I watched it when I saw it on HBO Max. So that's kind of how it's part of that. Number 4, Tick, Tick, Boom. Third place, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. 2, Hunchback of Notre Dame. And number 1, Joker. Then for worst retro movies of the year, number 5, Jackass Presents Bad Grandpa. 87. Number 4, 365 Days This Day. Number 3, 365 Days. 2, Broken Blossoms, and number 1, The Phantom of the Opera. And then when we get to the new releases, because there are some pretty great movies from the new releases. For number 5, my 5th favorite movie of the year is Doctor Strange. 4, Turning Red. And by the way, I made a mistake with my Pixar ranking I did about a couple weeks ago, where I put Lightyear above Turning Red, and I actually like Turning Red way more. So just be aware of that when I do my next Pixar list. Number 3, Kimmy. 2, The Fallout, and number 1, The Batman, because I saw it in 2022, so it counts. And then for top 5 worst 2022 films, number 5, The Valet. Number 4, The Royal Treatment. Number 3, The Bubble. Number 2, Marmaduke. And number 1, 365 Days This Day. So that is pretty much everything I have to say for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All my social media stuff is in the about section over there. And my Instagram is correct this time because I corrected it in the last early weird live last time. So, bye. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And bye.